I'm not sure if you're aware, but there is a war brewing on the continent and it involves us. So 2 heads of state, Cupcake and Kigali, are currently going at each other through press conferences and statements, right? So for context, South Africa has been deployed in the Congo for peacekeeping missions. We've been there for long, right? Because there's a war happening there. This past week, 13 South African soldiers were killed, right? And they were killed by the rebels. These rebels are rumored to be sponsored and supported by Rwanda, aka Kigali, right? So yesterday, we came out in the press conference with our former Minister of Education, now turned Minister of Defense, Angie. And we said, yo, if you guys continue popping our guys, because we're just like, we're not trying to bother anyone, we're just trying to make sure you guys are doing the right thing. If you guys continue popping our guys, we're going to have to see it as nothing but a declaration of war, right? Like, do you want to go toe-to-toe? Sharp. Then Kigali responded and said, I bet. Catch me outside. You guys aren't even peacemakers. You guys aren't peacekeepers. And for that statement, I was extremely offended because if there's one thing South Africa is, we are the avengers of peace. Okay? We are the poster children for peace. Okay? 46664, Amandla, Nelson Mandela, aka Nelly M, aka Deebs, aka Tata. That is the ambassador of peace and he belongs to us. Also, how quick we are to forget that when everyone was petrified of Israel and America, it was South Africa who took the long trek to The Hague to go stand up for those people suffering under apartheid. So I'm not sure what Paul is on about, but I think he's met the wrong ones. So if it does come to a point where we have to, go to war, these are the people that I nominate to be in the front lines. I've spoken about this on my Instagram. First things first, we need strength, right? So I nominate everyone who goes to gym after work. Those guys clearly have a strength that the average individual does not have. I also nominate the 5 a.m. club because they have what? Discipline. So we have strength, we have discipline. Then I nominate the Free State for 2 reasons. Number 1, we've got the Buraman with his strength, right? Big boys. Right? We've seen the rugby teams. We need the big boys in the front. Number 2, we've got the Sutus. And I say this based on those wars from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago when the Sutu people had other strategies for the Zulu people that were coming for them, throwing rocks down mountains, because they're a small people, But they said, don't worry, you're coming into our mountains now. Anyway, so I believe that the Sutus have strategy, the Buraman has strength. Then you're going to need the Oaks who are going to parlay, negotiators. We're going to sit at the table and say, so what are you guys on about? That, of course, has to go to my Xhosa people. You guys know we command the English language the best. All right? Not that this is about the English language. I'm just making jokes. Cool. Then we need someone there by espionage, the spies, right? For this one is a bit tough for me, but I'm thinking that top belt, that the Venda, the Northern Cape, those guys are silent. They're calm. Betty's chilled, relaxed. Espionage needs someone who's cool, calm, and collected. And I feel like the Betty's could do that for us. Then, in the end, we need chaos. Because at the end of the day, this is what? This is war. And we need people who are going to ride or die for Mzansi. We need people who have violence streaming through their body. And that, my good friends, is the Zulu Nation. With those brews in the front lines, we can do it. Then if the war escalates, if it escalates, we pick up the phone. We say, Vladimir, we say, China. Maybe you even ask those boys in Rio de Janeiro, our brethren, Brazil, to cross over the Atlantic and come assist. Who do they have? They have Israel, they have America. Come on. There's 1 billion people in India. Come on. We are so good. I'm not sure if Rwanda wants to pull up on us. They should think twice before they pull up on us. Because I want South Africa's hard. South Africa's hard. And we have bone. Come on, mate. Anyway, I thought I should update you. Also, this is just jokes. Because I know you guys like to be serious. Please refer to my bio. Don't ever take me seriously. If you want a serious opinion on what's happening in the continent, please go to your news agencies. There's another Amahle. She's brilliant. She always explains concepts so well. There's Darren, I think his name is, that other guy. There's the white guy who's on ENCA and has a night show. Go to those brews. Here, we chuckle.
And welcome. This is the Coffee with Jay. I hope you guys are doing great. Please do kindly consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't done so already. I promise you, you're gonna love it here. And also make sure to press your like buttons. Now, yes, there is a possibility of a war brewing between South Africa and Rwanda after President Ramaphosa said the fighting was a result of an escalation between the rebel group M23 and the Defense Force militia engaging the armed forces of the DRC and attacking peacekeepers from the SADC mission in the DRC. President Ramaphosa said that came from his talks with Defense Minister.
There's also discussions which include Rwanda, because it is alleged to be also one of the big perpetrators, and that's why we're keeping communications with them, and they've been friendly. There's been no hostility between us. It's just that at that stage when they were firing above our heads, the president did want them to say, if you're going to fire, we'll take it as a declaration of war, and we'll have to defend our people. And that's when the firing also stopped.
Because both of the president's statements are long, I'll put the links down here so that you can go and check them out yourselves, but I'll just cut them to where the important parts are. The first thing President Kagame said was that the Rwanda Defense Force is an army and not militia. Number 4, what he said was that President Ramaphosa has never given a warning of any kind unless it was delivered in his local language, which I do not understand. He did ask for support to ensure the South African forces adequate electricity, food and water, which we shall help communicate. Number 5, President Ramaphosa confirmed to me that M23 did not kill the soldiers from South Africa. FARDC did. Number 6, if South Africa wants to contribute to peaceful solutions, that is well and good. But South Africa is in no position to take on the role of a peacemaker or mediator. And if South Africa prefers confrontation, Rwanda will deal with the matter in that context any day. The questions we have as the citizens of South Africa is that, does the South African army have enough equipment? Is it equipped enough to engage in any confrontation whatsoever with any country? Some are saying South Africa has enough money to do so. Have you guys seen South African soldiers? There is no way our army is ready for any combat whatsoever. So whatever's gonna happen, I do think that these heads of state need to sit down and talk this out like grown men. Men have been lost, families are grieving. Definitely not the time to be playing around with people's lives like this. This is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Make sure you like this video before you leave, and I'll catch you guys on my next upload.
There's no army. So they are sent there to be killed because they are not properly trained. They must come back home. And we must stop with any military deployment until we are fit and proper. Just take a walk and look at a South African soldier walking. You see a demoralized man who's carrying a rifle, and you see that rifle is heavy on him. He's not even fit to carry that rifle.